Hello everyone, my name is Nazia and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be talking about video editing. Video editing is the process of taking different shots that you have on your phone or on a camera and then manipulating and rearranging those shots to create a new work or a new type of design. So whether you're creating a new short film for a project for school, a YouTube video, a documentary, or any other sort of fun films that you're trying to make, video editing is an essential part of the whole process of becoming successful in video making. So in this tutorial, I will cover the basics of video editing, which include how to import your footage from your phone or from your camera, then organizing your clips, how to then edit that clip, and then how to export your final product. So even before you want to start editing, I always recommend having some sort of plan to make the process smoother. I have added a flowchart to the video that I think will really help you guys see the process in a more visual sense. The first block talks about having the story planned out in your head, and I believe this to be one of the most important pieces. Knowing what you want to film is a skill that may seem difficult, but with practice it will soon become easy. The next step I talk about is to know the shots that you want to capture. This step is crucial when filming and editing because you want the story you're trying to create to have some meaning, and the only way to do that is through meaningful shots. The next step coincides with the previous, where not having meaningful shots will affect the overall tone and style, and with all three of those steps, a more efficient and smooth video will be made, which can then be made into a cohesive and final product. So I think that all 5 of these steps will really help anyone that's trying to make the best video possible. So I'll be using the Creative Cloud desktop, which is by Adobe, but if you prefer using another type of software, or you just want to know the top 5 best video editing software, I have added a link below by Tech Gumbo, which is explained in depth about the top 5. So if you're interested, please watch that video. So I'm going to be using the Premiere Pro app, which is the editing app for Adobe. Once your screen is loaded up, it will look something like this, and then you will click the New Project button. So you will name the project whatever you like, and I will be naming it Test 1. And here on the left side, you can see all the places where you can import your files from. So there's desktop, document, downloads, all the movies, music, pictures. All of these are import tabs. So I don't have any selective import files, but I can use the sample media that Adobe has given me. So I will select about 4 or 5 different clips that I like. And then I'll press the create button. And here we can see our sequence. And the sequence is all the clips together in a sort of row. Now, if I wanted to change that row or rearrange them, I can either select one clip at a time and move them to different locations, or I can select all of them and just move them as I want. And if I don't like anything or I want to undo my mistakes, then I just press Ctrl Z. And Ctrl Z, especially in editing, is your friend. You want to know how to undo mistakes the best way possible. So I like the way the sequence is, and then so I'll keep it this way. And now to add effects, I'll go to the effects tab that is here. But if you don't see an effect tab here, you can go to Windows and select whatever sort of tab that you want. Effects is right here. You can select this one if you want to, but for now we can just keep the effects. And I will keep the video transitions tab open because video transitions or doing editing for video is a lot easier, in my opinion, for beginners than audio. Audio is a little bit more hands-on, a little bit more focus is needed than the video portion of it. So I will be using the transition over here. I'm using Dissolve, but you can use the immersive video, any of the other types of tabs you guys can use it too. So I'll just add a few random ones just in different parts, and it's a drag and drop kind of sequence. And I'll put them in between clips so that it's transitioning. And then I'll just add a few more. And always make sure you watch over your video to see how it looks. And if you don't like it, Command Z is your friend, guys. So we'll just see how it's looking. It's moving a little slowly. You can also drag and drop the cursor. So that I didn't like that, I'll delete it. I can select delete and then put a different one in. Okay. Yeah, I like that better. And then I'll add one more at the end. And I like how the video came out, so which means that I'm ready to export. But before exporting, always make sure you save your file. And pressing the save button should be done all the time, not just before exporting, but all the time. So as I save, then I go into export. And I'll name this anything that I want. I'm going to name this, let's say, test 2 now on PC. So that's the file name. Then I'll go into where the location is. I can change the location anywhere. I'm going to put this in documents. And I'll put this just in my documents right here. And I'll save it. And then if I want to change the preset, I can change it to whatever, the medium, low, or I can also change the quality from 2160, 1080, etc, etc. But I'm going to keep it the same. And then the same thing with formatting. I'll leave it the same formatting as well. And in your free time, you can go through these tabs and, choose which ones you like and do some trial and error with it. Now on the left side, you can see that there's YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. All these are different platforms that you can export to. So I'm leaving it as a media file on my PC. But you can also click YouTube and have that exported onto a YouTube platform. I find that a little bit more confusing for me, so I'm going to leave it as a media file and go to YouTube on my own time and export it there. So I'll leave it just like this, and I will press the export button. Now that didn't take long, that took only like 5 seconds. But as I said before, the larger the file, the longer the export will take, the longer it will take time to save. So always make sure that when you're exporting your file that you're saving regularly and your computer is fully charged or it's on a charger port, because you don't want to lose or damage your files. So that's always a priority, especially when you're a beginner, to make sure that your video files are safe and that nothing happens to it during the export process. And that is the entire process of exporting. So congratulations, You have now learned the basics of video editing, including how to import your footage, how to organize your clips, how to edit your videos, and then how to export your final product. So with practice, you'll be able to create amazing videos that will impress your friends, families, and your virtual audience. So thank you for watching, and happy editing.